It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. Who that boy named Nolan? Coming straight up out the swamps, I feel like it's New Orleans. Finna drop another flavor pack, bitch, I'm a comic. 5'4", but my style enormous. I woke up fresh, my swag is alarming. Hold up, I gotta pace myself. When I rap, I race myself. On these tracks, I amaze myself. I ain't got enough ops, nigga might just waste myself. And I bet that shit gon' sell, I'm self-made, well paid. I don't fuck when niggas need a barricade. Man, fuck your album, need a hair aid. Got 2 straps, Nike Air Raids. I'm in my creative player phase. Every setting, I'm a 99. I just signed on a dotted line with my hair looking like Einstein. Flow kill him like cyanide. Bread it up, Long John Silver. All cash like a drug dealer with the same teeth on Reggie Miller. Bitch, I need queso, pesos. Brands on me like racer clothes. Too much drip on my A-flow. Pockets feel like egg rolls. Health insurance, no HMOs. Got a new record on HBO. Fuck the radio. No military, I'm signing up for Navy Federal. Ayy, they say not to brag. I need to be more humble. Hey, verse, I be going dumber. Like the hoes on no jumper. Keep my cars on airplane. I don't even really need a phone number. Backstage, I just curved them out. I hit the jets on a light road runner. I'm that nigga. Yeah, flow on glacier. Y'all don't get my nomenclature. Kill the beat, that's Nolan's nature. Watch your tone, my homies on papers of birth styles. Hot like a first down. I just spit like a 30 cal. Too versatile. Gotta talk money if it's worthwhile. I don't converse with clowns, but nigga, What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there on this Friday afternoon. It's been a while since we had some Cardi B music talk outside of that feature that she did for Partisan Fontaine, which we had already heard the snippets. We had already heard the record before it even dropped. That wasn't new. It wasn't exciting. It wasn't good. Okay? And that's coming from a Cardi B fan, somebody that's been rocking with her. But we got to be honest about that. It's not her song, though. But now we've got Ebro and the folks over there at Beats, Apple Music. They had a quick little discussion about the prospect of Cardi B dropping her album in 2025. She's been in the studio. She's been in the studio since last year. Looks like she's been re-recording the album, redoing it from the ground up. She already had several different iterations of this sophomore album. Every year for the past 7-8 years, she's been telling us that the sophomore album is coming. Unfortunately, a lot of people have disconnected from her musically. A lot of people have disconnected from her storyline, and a lot of other female artists in the game have kind of taken the energy. I can't say that they've taken her spot, but they've taken the energy, right? Now, last year, she did have a couple solid records. She had a few solid features and things of that nature to keep her out there, keep her in the conversation. But unfortunately, the drama, the Twitter spaces, the back and forths with social media users and stuff like that really just seemed to overshadow the output that she put out musically, right? So now Ebro is talking about, well, if she does drop new music in 2025, what should we be expecting from Cardi B? Does she need to have a shift in content? Is she going to have to grow artistically? Is she going to have to grow lyrically? Is she going to be able to still, stick to the same formula that worked for her on the first album? Is she going to be able to stick to the same formula that's allowed her to have such a long break in between albums? And I think these are valid questions, valid takes, because Cardi B did come into the game. She made her stamp in 2018, 2017, 2018. And the music industry was much different at the time. She definitely was leading a charge of women coming into the game and popping their shit and, being fashionable, being able to come out and do the women empowerment shit, talk about whatever they want, talk about their body, talk about gaming niggas, the whole shebang. But it does seem that a lot of the audience is looking for something else. Not that they don't want music that they could turn up to, but they also want something additional with that. All right. So let's get into the discussion with Ebro and the Apple folks.
That was one you had heard way before.
Yeah, I was telling you I was going to be some heat on there. She was rapping. She can get to these raps.
She got it on.
I'm hearing Cardi B's recording, and she's telling us that she about to go in.
We don't believe you, Cardi.
I mean, she's been saying that for
I
a long time.
want to believe you.
Yeah, I want to believe it too, but
She said,
I don't believe you.
it's not enough.
What do we? Okay, I think we've had this conversation, but since we're getting closer, like, what do we expect? Where do we think her mind is in regards
Cardi?
to? Yes.
In regards to?
Just creatively, landscape, because the landscape has been filled with a bunch of flourishing.
It has been. When did that first album come out?
2018.
18?
It's been
17?
8 years, bro.
We almost going on a decade.
All I know is I actually went back and listened to that album.
Phenomenal.
And there's heat on there. And the heat that's on there is very personal. Her only path forward, in my opinion, is to get to these raps and be personal.
Well,
I don't think people want another WAP.
No.
I don't think people want,
You can't get WAP 2?
I don't think that's where people's at. I think if it is her and Megan or her and Sexy Red, they need to really kind of be talking shit and be as personal as possible, and the beats got to be hard. Anything that's too pop, too mainstream is a risk at this point. I think the more she goes back towards the street, and that's tough because she's a mom of 3. Mm-hmm. She's super wealthy, so it's hard to tap into that.
You get mom raps off. I mean, it's clear what's happening with her and her relationship.
Yeah, but,
like
the ribs ain't touching like they used to. The kicks ain't leaning.
Yeah, she ain't,
she
ain't hungry.
Yeah,
It was ramen.
Her cuticles is well done. It's easy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
So at this point, Ebro's trying to say that Cardi needs to go back to the streets. Now, I don't know necessarily if she needs to go back to the streets, but what he's inferencing here is he don't hear the hunger in her voice no more. That same hunger that was on, the Get Up 10s, you know what I'm saying? And her coming in and like really embracing that new chick role. She had a chip on her shoulder. It was the whole, the motorsport shit going on. So she had that fresh Nicki beef energy going where she had something to prove, to show motherfuckers. Not only is there an issue, because I don't want to harp on that. We harped on that long enough. If they want to revive that, I mean, cool, but, we ain't getting no younger. And what more can y'all say about each other? But outside of that, it was just the energy of, okay, if you think I'm not going to be here, watch me. Watch what I do with this. Y'all fucked around and let me get the ball. Watch where I'm going to take it, right? But after she took it, she's had so much time to become this mega star, become this fashion icon, become this media darling, despite her, speech issues, at times. So now she's living comfortably for the most part, outside of the marriage that she had, which was not comfortable at all. But living comfortably, everything is at her access. Even when she's not doing shows, she's being offered $1 million, $2 million to come do a show just to come outside. You know what I'm saying? Which is a totally different perspective than what it was when she made that first album. So I don't necessarily feel like she needs to go back to the street, but I think she could tap into, because every artist goes through like a comfort phase, and you got to find something within you. Typically it's adversity. Typically it's something that knocks you off your high horse. You go in the studio and then you prove yourself. Similar to how Glorilla was like hot as fish grease. She did a couple records that didn't stick. She did the cha-cha shit. She let niggas kind of trick her out her spot for a second because she was just trying to do music with everybody, be everything to everybody, be everywhere, jump on all the sounds, but then it backfired. So then she had to go back in her cocoon. She had to go, insulate herself and be like, nah, let me get back to the essence. So I could see that. But getting on some street shit, no, I don't think that. I don't think that's necessarily what people need, right? I think she definitely could pop it, and she whacked Bia a couple times last year. I don't really want to revisit that neither. But in the moment, that kind of gave us a little bit of energy. We heard that she wanted to step up her rap to kind of do that. But she is in a very interesting space because there's so many ladies that are kind of in her lane and they've kind of taken the ball and ran with it. So it's like, all right, now that when it comes back around to you, You can't do the same tricks that you came in with because now everybody can do the same trick. You know what I'm saying? So what new tricks have you learned? You know what I'm saying? We're going to see. I'm going to let them continue though.
And
The edges are laid, brother.
Going through a very public relationship.
But I think that's where I said personal, man. Street probably shouldn't be the sonically it could feel street, but I think it's got to tap that personal vein.
And you want to hear her being like, you know, she's always been competitive, but you want to hear her really, really get personal with the competition.
She been beefing with ladies, like they can all be in there.
I mean, you know, yes, it can be.
She just got
1.4
million from that blogger lady. She can put it all out. She got stuff. She got ammo.
She's got shit to talk about. Like, let's not get it twisted. Like, it's been damn near a decade. There's a lot of things to acknowledge: the divorce, the children, the rap beefs. You know, politics. There's a lot to put on the table. And out of 8 years, you have a lot to talk about. So I want to see what the evolution of her sound is. Her flows, techniques, cadence, and songwriting. There's a lot to develop and digest in 8 years.
Make some bangers.
Well, listen, the landscape is shifted.
Yes.
Because I gave y'all a top 10 list from Billboard for 2024. And some of these people are still active, obviously, and doing great. Like I said, Doechii's going to be around. Grrrls still on fire out here. Sexy Red.
Lotto.
Is Nicki Minaj going to pop up in 2025 with some heat? I think if
based
we're
off of
talking
numbers.
about where we are.
Bangers.
Well, listen, the landscape is shifted.
Yes.
Because I gave y'all a top 10 list from Billboard for 2024. And some of these people are still active, obviously, and doing great. Like I said, Doechii's going to be around. Grrrls still on fire out here. Sexy Red.
Lotto.
Is Nicki Minaj going to pop up in 2025 with some heat? I think if
based
we're
off of
talking
numbers.
about where we are today, moving forward, Doechii is the name and I guess the archetype to compete with right now.
Yeah.
Right? Because you have somebody who's got, you know, rapping credibility.
Yep.
Right? Performance credibility.
Yep.
She's gonna have pop success. She's on like a song with the
Jenny from Blackpink.
Jenny from Blackpink. I don't know if
Yeah.
you heard her verse on that. But yeah, you gotta make sure you check that verse. It's playing in the background right now. Can we get that? All right, turn it off. We'll get in trouble. But she's the one you gotta pay attention to. And I'm hearing she's supposed to drop another album this year.
She's the bar. She's the standard right now. I would love to see her on tour if, you know, with Kendrick and SZA, her opening up, or whatever. She just came off her own tour.
You keep saying, I think, hasn't he been bringing her up on this tour?
He did.
For a
He
while?
did do that before. And she even addressed it a long time ago. Like, yo, fam, no.
She didn't say no.
Said it. I think she said it like months ago.
She said she don't know.
Yeah, true. She said she don't know.
She said she don't
So you
know.
think it could be happening? They're not telling us.
I think it's a possibility that it would make sense if that were to happen. I don't have any inside intel.
So basically here they talked about Cardi, but then they moved on into Doechii, where they're saying that Doechii is now the gold standard. Now, I find that to be very interesting. Like, she does have a lot of energy. She has a lot of momentum around her. She's getting her features, you know what I'm saying, going to the K-pop bag. You can suspect that she's going to be going deeper into her R&B pop bag because that's really what the label wants from her. She just released her Anxiety record where she's singing and you hear her fucking vocals, and then she went into a dope ass rap. I wish I could play it. But we're not even here to talk about Doechii right now. But basically, the conversation is, the way that they pivoted is, we don't know what we're to expect from Cardi. The landscape has changed, and now Doechii and her artistic capabilities and the envelopes that she's able to push and the boxes that she's able to check creatively are becoming the standard, and it's what the industry is behind. She's getting all of these magazine covers. She's getting all of these looks. She's getting all of these performance opportunities, and she's capitalizing on every performance opportunity to make sure that each performance is unique, has its own style, look, vibe, etc., right? So it seems to me that they're kind of creating a conversation around, okay, well, if she is now what people want or are looking for, can Cardi B come out with her same vibe, her same everything that she's been doing, and still reign supreme in the marketplace when people are looking for something else? And to be honest, I think that's a great question because Cardi B does have the cultural cachet. She does have the fan base. She has the stan group. She has a lot of the intangibles. You know what I'm saying? Everybody looks to see her visuals. Everybody looks to see what she's going to bring stylistically in terms of like appearance and how she's going to do her hair, how she's going to do, you know what I'm saying? She's going to be rocking, what brand, all of this different type of stuff. So she has a lot in her favor. But the musical element, the production, those things have been questioned, right? Because remember, back in 2021, 22, it was hot shit. I opened up this show with a freestyle over that beat. The beat is dope, but the song didn't really perform to the way that it was expected, right? So that was supposed to be an album run. That album run got thwarted. She had to sit down. She had to figure it back out. She went and did features. Went crazy with features, you know what I'm saying, for like 2 years. The K-Flock, the fucking Lotto. The Lotto shit did wonders. The Glorilla feature, you know what I'm saying? Come Back, You Get Enough. Like What? Those did what they needed to do. But they didn't necessarily create long-standing impact, right? And the question is, does she have music in the tuck that will allow for long-standing impact rather than creating a moment that we're going to talk about for 7 days and then beyond to the next artist? Because that's the tough part. In order to create something that's going to be sustainable and have that dominance in the game, people have to keep talking about what it is that you did, what it is that you brought to the table for weeks, months, and then it becomes the new thing that people compare the next batch of artists to. That's the position that Doechii has without selling massive amounts of records. She was probably the least commercially successful out of all of the female rappers and the ladies in the game in 2024, but she was culturally impactful and she brought something that made everybody look twice. And even if it wasn't your cup of tea, it made you feel something. That's typically what people say also about Kendrick Lamar. I'm not here to compare them, but whether or not the artist is going to give you the music that you just live with and love and everything, it's something about it that's like, I got to play that back. What is it that you did there? Look at that performance. Listen to that bar. You know what I'm saying? To where, again, it just makes you feel something in your gut. Even if you don't like it, it's like, ugh, I hate it. But it made me feel a tremendous amount of hate, which is also fueling her growth, right? Because there's different fan groups and different people out there that don't like her. And the dislike that they have for her is becoming so deep that they're promoting her simultaneously, which is also a recipe for success in entertainment. You got to have people that will promote you because they love you, but the hate promo is always going to be super effective, right? So I don't know. I'm still looking forward to a Cardi B album. I'm hoping that she can give people, a good balance between bops and getting personal. And I hope that the bops that she does make show progression rather than sticking to a sound that worked for her in 2020, 21, 22. You know what I'm saying? Like, the innovators in the game are the ones that have the most impact. So what is it that you're going to do that we haven't heard? Like, give us something familiar, but make it a new spin, a new, you know what I'm saying? Something that is going to influence the rest of the field to do something like that. That's the question, is does Cardi B have anything like that up her sleeve? A lot of people feel like the answer is no. I'm not going to say that just yet. I'm just hoping for the best. Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Why I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mile. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer, we come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some batteries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. When I catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.